What's going on, everybody? Welcome, man, to the Star Wars celebration. Of course, we're doing the fourth celebration. I'm over here with the panel, the originators. That's right, man. The guys that started it all off, man. And that's right, it's the mighty Mazerus. What's going on? The Star Wars dad. Star Wars celebration. Of course, we're doing the fourth celebration. All right, who got me on the? Oh, that's John, no doubt. And of course, we've got yes, Steph
My
from the
ears will
cantina.
failing it. My ears- Just a minute. I'm gonna do this. You guys talk. Talk amongst yourselves.
All right. So what's going on, everybody? Man, we're here to talk Star Wars, and the only Star Wars we're gonna be celebrating and talking is the George Lucas Star Wars. That's right, 77 all the way through. What was it, 97, 98? Right? Yeah, and that's it.
2005.
And 2000. There we go. After that,
And then,
everything.
actually, till he sold it because he owned Clone Wars.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
All
yeah,
right. So we
definitely.
gotta, you know.
Yeah, so
Um,
welcome everybody, and please hit the thumbs up on the way in, so that way the algorithms can hit the algorithm. Fucks. This is an adult content based show. Just to let you guys know, it's written in print, and I'm saying it verbally. YouTube, fuck you. But yeah, let's do it. Yeah. So let's start off with your favorite character. Your favorite character. I'm talking about when you first saw Star Wars, the first character that actually just like, okay, this is he's awesome. Whether it's Luke, whether it's Vader, whether it's Boba, which didn't show up. Let's talk 77 first. Let's talk New Hope. Okay, let's do this in order. You know, when you saw that movie, who was the first one? For me, it was Luke Skywalker, simply because of the gi and the lightsaber. You know, as well as him just being young and fitting in. Me recognizing that demographic of, okay, he's supposed to capture us, and which he did. Mark Hamill did with that character, and I was just so mesmerized by the way Luke Skywalker looked, with that kung fu gi, and the moment he took the hilt, and from Obi-Wan, when he passed it to him and he just activated that lightsaber, I was like, oh my god, look at that. Oh, it's a laser sword. I know what the fuck it was then. We didn't know until Obi-Wan broke it down. And me being so young, I was like, oh my god. And from that day forth, everything that was in my hand, whether it be a broomstick, whether it be a hockey stick, anything that was elongated, that was my goddamn lifesaver. So Luke
And
Skywalker was my favorite for New Hope. That was the first character that totally captivated me. John?
A New Hope. I, as a kid, I thought Luke Skywalker in A New Hope was whiny as shit. Um, I loved him at the very end of the movie, but the character I loved probably most out of A New Hope as a kid was Chewie and Obi Wan. Um, I Something got me about Chewie being a small kid, and um, Obi Wan, man, I thought he was like that space wizard from hell. And when they Vader killed him, I was like, no.
Yeah. Steph?
oh gosh, Cantina. Obi-Wan just sets uh, Dr. Evans uh, Pondo Baba right, and Chewie kind of says, and they go to the booth, and this guy slides into the booth. I'm Han Solo, Captain of the Millennium Falcon. And I went, and I'm going to tell you why. I grew up with Westerns. My father watched them. And to see somebody like that in a movie about spaceships, and that was so far out, I couldn't even wrap my mind around it. It's like watching John Wayne and Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with General Katarn. You guys know who that is?
Yeah.
All right. Because he's writing a fanfic and he wanted my impressions on it about all this. And there's something. Luke is a very callow kid until at the end of Return of the Empire Strikes Back. He suddenly gets a whole can of whoop ass thrown on him. But until you get there, he is learning about things, but he's still a kid. You don't become a man until Han is already a guy. He's already a man. He's already been through the shit. He thinks till he meets these two clowns, Obi-Wan and Luke, and he's dragged into their world. But then when you go back and look at where he started, if you look at the EU, I'm gonna take these goddamn things off. You suddenly realize this guy has lived a life. He's 30 years old. He's already lived a life.
Right. Right.
So he's looking at him going, "Where you want to go, I'll take you."
Yeah. Yeah.
And that, but he's a character I grew up with.
And Maze, who was a character that captivated you, man, in New Hope?
It would be Luke, but there is a certain level of like when you were talking about the scene where he handed off the saber.
Yeah,
that actually made me remember. Oh, Luke has a dad.
right.
That actually cemented it for me and made me remember. I wonder what that's all about. And you hold on to that until the middle of Empire, but Luke didn't become the hero until he stepped up and blew up the damn Death Star at the end. Like right after Obi-Wan got killed, he was just this emo fucking like, come on, dude, get out of your funk, man.
Dude,
I mean, they're looking back before the Star Wars that we're not going to talk about came about. That was the thing. Luke was actually classically quite a bit. There's quite a bit of emo in him that we made fun of, even though we loved him at the same time.
Yeah. He, it's a process. He's on the moisture farm. He's protected. He doesn't know anything about the world beyond, Anchorhead and Mos Eisley, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Mos Espa, and that's it. He's sheltered, and then he runs into Obi-Wan, and we know Obi-Wan's story now. And he runs into Han, and that's a story he discovers. And the world, the thing about, I want you guys to think about this. The thing about Star Wars, the way Lucas looked at it, it went from small to huge through Luke's eyes. And the way it became huge, we didn't even notice it, is Leia being confronted with Vader at the beginning. Okay. So we're like, this is already kind of something, what's going on? And then it's small, and then all of a sudden it gets big, and then suddenly it's huge. That's the universe that Lucas created.
And back in 1999, right before the prequels came out, I read this brief and very funny article. If I can find it later, I'll share it. Just basically talking about how Luke seems to be just like this guy that wants to have people line up and die in front of him. Which if you think it through, it's kind of true through the whole original trilogy.
Yeah. I like to say what's up to everybody that's joining in, man. Sporting Advantage, Actual Facts Boxing, Khalil, no doubt, Mala. What's going on, Mala? Everyone.
But
Yes.
that scene in the cantina.
Oh yeah.
Where
Welcome
you got
everybody.
Luke and Obi-Wan up at the bar, and Luke keeps getting picked on, and the walrus guy turns around and looks at him and says, "I'll rip your arm off," and Obi-Wan pulls his lightsaber out and just slices his arm.
Yup.
Done. Right?
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Never seen anything like that as a kid.
That was the moment that Star Wars became real to me. And from a technical standpoint, when you're watching the scenes when the droids land on Tatooine, and you're looking at the way the shots are taken, how desolate it is, how empty it is.
Mm-hmm.
That to me, it gave Star Wars such a different feeling from anything else.
Oh yeah.
And they've all tried to repeat it.
Go ahead, mate. I'm sorry.
The young folks out there back then, episode 4, A New Hope, was just Star Wars. That is what we called it.
That's right.
Lucas did not give it a chapter number or a title until several years later.
Yep. And what was good about that movie as well, where if you take a look now, other movies take this formula where they leave it open ended, meaning you can close the story there, or you can add on to it if you know the formula. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And this is
for
why.
anyone that's younger that's actually watching, he started at Star Wars.
Mhm.
George Lucas originally wanted to make episodes 1, 2, and 3, but they didn't have the technology for him to make those episodes.
Right.
So he made Star Wars, and if you've watched the documentaries of George Lucas teeter-tottering on whether to make Vader, Luke's father or not, they went round and round and round about whether to, make the big reveal or not.
Yeah.
It worked.
It worked.
Big time. Big
It
time.
worked big time. Hey, have you guys seen this? I want to show you something. I don't think John or Jay saw this. This is my latest new art piece.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
You like
That
it?
is badass. Hell yeah. That is nice.
That, the guy has one of Han's dolls. I'm going to get it as soon as I can.
Oh, hell yeah.
That, yeah, oh God. Did you guys, all right, we're talking about episode
1, yeah, 4. Well, actually, yeah, episode 4. Yeah, I tell you right now, when I first saw this movie, right, what also captivated me now we're going to get into the vehicles.
Yeah.
That's Luke Sandspeeder. When I seen that there was no wheels, when I seen it was about 5 to 6 inches off the ground, and it had a nice fucking 2 little rockets in the back,
Yep.
I was like, oh, this movie is crazy. This shit is floating. What the fuck? Mind you, I was born 1974. This movie was released 77.
I don't know a kid that did not want to be cruising around in a T65, land,
Oh man.
I mean, you saw what I have. That's the land speeder. I bought it.
And as soon as you saw that goddamn toy on TV of the land speeder,
Oh, remember that?
You
You
had to have it.
pulled it back,
Yeah.
and go, oh!
Had to have it.
mhm.
Yeah. I remember the day that I went to the store and realized the Millennium Falcon was out. Because we didn't. Back then, there wasn't like a newsflash in your iPhone that Hasbro Kenner is releasing the Millennium Falcon to buy for Christmas. Walk in the store and it's like there's piles of them. With my sister, I went back to my dad. Please. He's like, how much is it? $16.
Back then, yeah, it was $15.99.
Yeah.
Yep.
He bought it for me. I got it for Christmas. The pictures are great. I cried.
She was like, I got a Millennium Falcon.
Yeah,
I can see Stephen. She's laying down and she's holding it with her hands and feet going.
Yeah, I did that. And my dog was like, can I bite it? It's like, you bite it. I'll kill you. I will kill you. Yeah. I mean, that stuff, dear. I mean, it's going to be it's the 40th anniversary of Empire Strikes Back.
Yep.
The AT-AT, the AT-AT.
That's the 1979 original.
Yeah. Let me show you something. Hold on. Go ahead, guys. Oh shit.
Vader's TIE Fighter,
Yep. The
tiny one.
1979 this came out. And one of the few you just pop
See,
in.
I don't have any ships yet. I need some. Oh, there you go. That's a real TIE Fighter.
Yeah.
I got him for the Christmas tree, but
Welcome, you sons of bitches.
and then you see the Falcon. I love that scene where you see the Falcon. Vader's looking around after he sees one of the ships fall up next to him, and then you see Han. Yeah, you see the Falcon and the engines light up, and it goes. It's like that's so cool. And you're all clear, kid.
You're all clear, kid. Yeah. No, you know what was nice was you know when the dog fight when you know he's shooting with the cannons. He goes, "I got him." He goes, "Don't get too cocky, kid." That was my favorite line right there.
Yeah.
I've got two things here you'll probably never, ever, ever see, Jay.
Hold on, hold that, hold it, hold on.
It's episode 2.
Yep.
Oh my God! It's one of those battle droid things.
Oh, nice.
That's
The
really
Tiger
cool.
Walker.
That is, you know, I can
Oh.
fabricate that, right?
Sorry,
I can fabricate that with a couple of table lamp legs, and
Now, this is one
that was
you'll
nice.
probably never find.
Nope. You know what?
Oh my God!
You know what?
Grievous' roly thingy.
Yes, I'm looking for that because that fits my Black Series special deluxe edition of fucking Grievous. My man, where can I get this?
Here's his actual seat here.
Yes, where can I get that?
The other side, the cannon.
John, where can I get that, John?
I have no clue. I have no clue where you can. I've had this for a long time. I don't know where you could get it right now.
Shit,
You know
so
what? Go
damn
look it up. Just go look it up on eBay.
that is beautiful. Let me see it one more time.
Somebody's got that. Go look it up on eBay.
Oh, look at that bitch.
That's
Oh
such a
my god, that's badass, man.
And the claws are retractable, you know, on the front so he can grab with his claws.
Oh man, that shit is badass, bro.
They're on the front and the back end, or you know, you can pull them up and it'll just completely roll. I mean, I love this thing.
Oh my god, that's huge.
That's damn.
And here's something I just thought about while we're talking about the ships. This effect kind of happened as a result of ILM getting very much better at what they did with every successive Star Wars film in the original trilogy.
Yes.
Think about this. In the first film, the shots of the Falcon going by and the Star Destroyer, everything was slow and sure. You know, like you see the Falcon escaping Tatooine, even that shot, you think of the Falcon coming at you kind of slow.
Yeah.
But then think about when you get to Empire and they're going willy-nilly in the asteroid field.
Yeah.
You know,
They're doing all maneuvers and shit. Yeah.
If I didn't know better, I would swear Lucas did that on purpose to just kind of ratchet up the intensity as he went along. Although that's probably not what happened. What happened was it was just an advance in ILM's abilities.
Mm.
But
Yeah, I think you're right, Maze.
when you get even to the Death Star run, even those shots, those are more slow and sure compared to the other two films. They're
slower than they were in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, Return of the Jedi was the most ridiculous of all those spaceship fights that were done with models and go motion and frame by frame shit with the cameras, and that was expensive.
All right, Khalil, to answer your question, if you want to watch it the way we grew up watching it, you got to watch 4, 5, and 6. So it's A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, then Return of the Jedi. Now, if you want to do it as to when it was released, the other prequels, well, what you do is you go Phantom Menace, then it's the
Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones, and then it's Revenge of the Sith. And then you go. Hold on. After that, then you go Rogue One, then A New Hope, then Empire Strikes Back, then Return of the Jedi, and that's it. Do not watch 7, 8, and 9 after that. Good.
All right. Okay. Or because my friend Baz Taylor, who's helping me put this thing together, I'm gonna tell you guys, go look up Legendary Skies on YouTube, and that's cool, dude. That's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, cool.
I've got all 3 of them.
It's red, so it's Obi-Wan's. Anakin's has yellow accents.
Go look up Legendary Skies on YouTube.
I've got
And
Anakin.
listen to their song, As the Force Wills It.
Yeah.
I am. Me and Baze are putting episodes 4 and 5, 1, 2, and 3, and sex to this music.
Cool.
And when you see it, because when we went, I wrote the script, we went through it, he was like, I'm crying. It's going to make you cry.
Mm.
And he was like, well, what do you do with 7, 8, and 9? I'm like, we're not doing fucking 7. That's not Star Wars. No,
That's
you
not-
guys, it is. Already what I've seen is so great, and when we get into 1 and 2 and 3, you guys are gonna cry. I mean, but this is gonna be very exclusive. You guys will get to see it. The Phantom Menace in general will get to see it, and it's just gonna be unlisted on my thing, so I don't get shit from Disney.
And I have Anakin in it.
Awesome.
There he is.
Awesome.
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
is that a 6-inch Anakin or 3/4?
3.5.
Or is it a 12-inch Anakin?
But when you buy Anakin's, Starfighter here, his is the only one that actually comes with R2. The rest of them come with Astromech, but his actually comes with R2.
Awesome. And Khalil, yes, do not watch 7, 8, and 9. That shit is not Star Wars. That's made in Taiwan, Star Wars. That's Kathleen Kennedy Studio, Star Wars. That's by
Made
Bob
in
Iger
China,
Frankenstein. Yeah, exactly. Made in Taiwan. That's COVID-19 Star Wars.
Taiwan is not China. Taiwan is Taiwan. Taiwan should be the government of China. They're not. They're. Here's the deal about China. I'm going to tell you this real quick. The government of Taiwan is the government in exile of China.
Anyone recognize this one?
Fact. What is that?
Yeah, I recognize it, but I'm not placing it.
This is the fighter that the clones actually used.
I was gonna say anal
Oh,
probe.
wow.
Anal.
That's awesome.
Uh,
That's badass, boy.
because when they would fly in atmosphere, the wings would be down.
What's up, Toby? What's going on? Welcome, my guys. Welcome to your Star Wars stream. Now, I tell you right now, Empire Strikes Back. Let's talk about that one now. When
Let's
I
do it.
first saw Empire Strikes Back, not only did I understand at such a young, tender age, right? Knowing that it was not only the greatest space love story, it was also watching my favorite fucking character, Luke Skywalker, growing up and making fucking teenage decisions that cost him his fucking hand. You know what I mean? And also, he had to actually face his demon, which was his father. He had to make a choice. You know what I mean? And along the way, we learned that he was able to communicate with Ben Kenobi. And we were all sad to watch Ben Kenobi leave. And once we saw that the Force can actually help you talk to the spirits beyond, this is exactly what actually brought us even closer as to loving Star Wars, because we didn't lose characters that actually died that were Force wielders. And guys, I'm not sure if you were reading novels before the movies or afterwards, but I know that there were novels, but they were like comic books out at the time, and it didn't reach this phase yet as to up to that part. From there on, after Empire Strikes Back, shit just got deeper in novels and shit like that. But Empire Strikes Back set a new standard in sci-fi. I don't care if it was 20, even if it was Lucas's 2010, any of that, and none of that space out anything. Empire Strikes Back was the most beautifully made film ever made in that era, simply because the special effects and everything had this worn, but not even steampunk. It just looked new but worn but battle torn look, and even the clothing matched. I mean, it was just beautiful from set design to script. It was just beautiful. And Irving Kershner, if you guys don't know, George Lucas. Yeah, he did not direct it. It was under Irving Kershner, even though George Lucas did, but he gave it. Yeah,
It was his vision. He was there every day.
Yep.
He got pissed off quite a bit. at one moment he got really pissed off at Harrison Ford, and so did Carrie Fisher. And there's a point in the movie, and you know where it is? I love you, I know. She didn't know he was going to do that.
They didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't know what to do, and he just said, "You know what?"
He
He said, "You know what, Harrison? Just go with it."
They talked for a long time. Hyman wouldn't say that. He wouldn't say that. Blah blah blah. You better remember that because I'm coming back. And, you know, I know.
I know was
And
ad libbed
sometimes-
because Harrison was pissed off.
Yep.
He was tired of doing that take over and over again.
Yeah, but it works. It works.
Mhm.
I don't know if he's pissed off. I think he was looking for something that worked.
Yeah.
And it worked, and Carrie was mad. She didn't talk to him for like a day. She talked to Irving Kershner for a day. She's like, "Yeah, tell me he was gonna do that," you know. And Lucas was like, "That's not what we talked about." You know, it's like, you know what? Sometimes you gotta let the actors who play these characters let them do what they do.
Well, hell, even without The Empire Strikes Back, we wouldn't have great comedy either. Because I mean, one of my favorite robot chickens, man, was the one with Lando and Vader. Pray I don't alter this deal any further. I want you to wear this tutu. And
You will wear these clown shoes.
yes.
And finally, Lando, after Vader does that to him about 3 times, he's like, and this was Billy D. Williams doing his voice. He's like,
Yeah.
this deal is very fair, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
I love him. He's just
If there was ever a spot for him to do Lando, he was there. He was always there, even if it was just like a little shit gig. He would always provide Lando's voice.
Yeah.
you know, it's really weird. I was watching. All right, for everybody watching, I was going to YouTube. If you YouTube Clone Wars 2003, you get to watch a bunch of shorts all run together that show these things that led up to Revenge of the Sith. And Liam Neeson does Qui-Gon's voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's Liam Neeson. And Christopher Lee does
Dooku.
Dooku's voice.
You're talking about the animated Clone Wars, right? Not
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
CGI Clone Wars.
Yeah,
Okay.
the animated one. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
The one where Anakin is fighting Asajj Ventress, and then at the end he's like, ah, with
Yeah.
the red,
Yeah.
the red lightsaber in his hand. It's
Yeah.
like, you need to chillax, dude.
Yeah,
You know?
that shit was badass though. I did like that animation. You know, I know you guys noticed this. Another reason why I think that The Empire Strikes Back is the best Star Wars, that it actually defines everything in Star Wars. Like, it actually says, you know what? Here's fucking Star Wars. Like, here is what it's about. The lightsaber duels. We actually got to see the sturdiness and the effect of what a lightsaber can do.
Dude,
Yep.
And I tell you right
Empire was
now,
perfect because you had betrayal in Empire. You
Right.
had love in
Right.
Empire. You had willingness to go above and beyond for your friends in Empire.
Yeah.
I mean, but you had deceit, in Empire. I mean, Vader was just looming all over the place in Empire, dude. I mean,
oh yeah, and that's another thing. Vader is a dude. Like, I loved him being the bad guy. I couldn't hate him. I love to hate him. Let's just put it that way. I was like, oh, this is the best bad guy ever. Oh my god, this guy's menacing. I fucking love him.
And,
You know what I
you had lightsabers cauterizing wounds for the first time too.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And that
You guys
scene
know
where Han takes Luke's saber and cuts open the tom.
Yeah, man. Oh, he shoved him in there for warmth, and I was like, that makes sense. But doesn't it?
that is a Western moment.
Yeah.
That is something that would happen if you're watching a Western, or if you read an actual historical account.
Yeah.
That people actually did that.
Mm.
So I'm watching that going, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm like, okay, he's warm. You know, it's gonna bleed, but he'll be warm. He'll be kept warm for a couple of
Yeah.
hours, and so would he.
Instinct.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. I was like, doesn't it smell? Then when he goes, Jesus, you smell bad. I was like, okay, now there's the realism. There, you know,
And
I
I
mean,
thought these things smelt on the outside.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
you
There
know,
were a lot of comedy moments actually in Empire that were a lot more than A New Hope.
Yeah.
There's like the crap between Han and 3PO got really ratcheted up at that in that.
yeah. He
Well-
kept cock blocking him, man. Every time he got close to the layer, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. I would have been like, listen, you fucking bucket of. I'm gonna turn you off, okay? I'm trying to score with the princess here. Do you mind? Why don't you just go and refresh my thrusters or something, you fuck?
Go around
Sir,
with Chewbacca.
If I may venture an opinion, I'm not really interested in your opinion, 3PO.
but
No.
see, you even see Luke's progression even in the first part of the movie, though,
Yeah.
because when he's in the Wampa cave, right, and the Wampa's got him hanging up, he reaches for his lightsaber and brings it to him, right? He was never able to do that in
Yeah.
the first movie, right?
Nope.
And he's only had years of training so far.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And on his own too.
On his
Yeah.
own.
No mentor.
No,
No.
none whatsoever.
He didn't download anything, you know.
You know, well, the thing about it is about that, and you guys know I'm doing that fanfic, and if you've read it, I've got a scene where there's a point where they come into the bar in Nashada. The woman who runs the bar actually has a holocube with a message a very long time ago, over 20 years ago, right before the end of the Clone Wars, where Anakin Skywalker is basically greeting her people, saying thank you for the hospitality. We really appreciated the help you gave us and the fight that you blah blah blah, with the against the separatists, blah blah blah. In a year or so, we're thinking about bringing Senator Amidala and Senator Organa here to check out your facility. Okay, this is Anakin Skywalker.
Mm.
She gives it to Luke. So what would really be cool is for Luke to be actually face to face with his father in different scenarios in places like that.
Yeah, and I tell you right now,
Mala, the guy.
yeah,
The
for
guy-
my question, I was gonna say it was Ralph McQuarrie. He was the designer of all of the vehicles, all of the sets. Like this, this man, he used to design the trains. The trains for what was the name of that company? They used to make airplanes as well. Boeing. There we go. He used to design.
No, they still make
The
airplanes.
only
also-
thing that I could have seen to make Vader better in the original 3 movies was the way he was supposed to be, having the red lenses in his eyes instead of
Yes.
the dark ones.
Yes.
And if we could they didn't have the technology to do it at the time, but if we could get a shot through Vader's eyes, looking through the lenses, and seeing things how Vader seen them, with all the inputs,
Yeah, that would have been crazy. Yep.
that would
And
have
then-
been awesome.
Yeah, they could
Oh
do
my
little
God.
messages like in the Terminator. Fuck you, asshole.
Well, think about it. I want to see you with my own eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. They're coming out. Hasbro's coming out with the Ralph McQuarrie version of Vader.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm getting that. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
because he looks crazy, and I also want to get the Ralph McQuarrie concept drawing of Luke Skywalker with the scuba tank on his back with the green lightsaber, and he has like the goggles on too and shit. Luke Skywalker, it looks crazy, man. That was
Dude,
the
I
first
want
concept
a
drawing.
Black Series figure of the tamer of the Rancor.
Oh man, that's hard to get. You're
Yes.
looking at $80 just for him.
Vader of the Rain. What?
The Rancor Tamer.
Yeah, the
Is
Rancor
that
tamer.
a figure or is that a painting?
The figure. Yeah, the 6-inch black because it's out of date unless you wait and they might archive it back again, like they have been with the older figures. Then you might get it again. But if you're looking for it that bad, I'm looking for a Rancor. I need a Rancor. I need a Rancor.
All over the
I
place.
need a Rancor to smell just like fucking a kid. Hey,
I've got a Tauntaun and a land speeder
yeah.
and a very teeny tiny Millennium Falcon.
I need a Y-wing. I've got just about all my vehicles, but I need a Y-wing.
You know, if you were Chinese, I would ask you that question. Why, Wing?
Why will you give us virus?
Yeah,
Got-
Macquarie designed the X-wing, the Y-wing, Vader's mask. Also, for those that don't know, Macquarie also designed the Ark of the Covenant prop in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure
that's-
did. Sure
That's
did.
something I'm gonna get. Something
Now,
I'm
the only good thing I can really say that's come out of Disney Star Wars is the U-wing. I love that ship.
U-wing. Oh, Cassian's ship from Rogue One.
Yeah, the troop carrier.
Yeah, I just go.
It grew on me. It took a
Yeah.
while though.
Oh, okay.
It's
I
huge.
mean,
Those
After
those
what they
those
did to
hotel
Luke.
those hotel door handles known as bombers in The Last Jedi did not grow on me.
Oh, Lord.
here's my problem with Rogue One now, and I didn't have one with that. Go look at Alphabet Squadron. They give Jen Urso the credit for killing the Death Star,
Oh, I know. Don't even get me started.
and
I'll
I'm like,
bitch all
I'm
night
done.
long.
Fuck you, Disney, for everything.
Oh no! Save the rant. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get to that. But we're celebrating our shit right now. We're gonna get into shitting on these sons of bitches. Oh yeah. We're just warming up. Let me tell you, when I first saw Boba Fett, God damn it, when I first saw Boba Fett, I fell in love with him.
Okay.
And then when I found out he
I
was
wanted to take his head off.
a bounty hunter, I said, "What? They got bounty hunters? What?" I said, "No. This is too good to be. They have space bounty hunters." I was like, "What the fuck? This story's off the hook." And then what killed it even more, that left me for years. I'm talking about maybe 2 years after, right? When he said, "No, I am your father." I said, "Get the fuck out of here!" I looked at my father and said, Dad, it's not finishing now, right, Dad, it's not finishing now, right? He's like, "Shut up and watch the movie, Jay."
Dude,
I was like- and I'm like, I was
Boba Fett was badass, right? But I gotta love George Lucas because, man, when we go back to episode 2 and we see Slave One revisited and what Slave One can really do,
man, you
dude.
see the way that shit let go of some atomic pulsar shit and destroyed all them asteroids? It was
Yeah.
like a sonic boom. It was like a, and then an implosion. Whoa, I was like, "Oh my god, Boba Fett is fucking nuts."
I just when I first saw him, and you have to remember, I grew up with westerns, so when you saw Bounty Hunter, they were scum.
Yeah.
They were tramps. They were losers. They were looking for other scum to trade in for money. And when I saw him, I'm like, "You're a piece of shit." And then when I found out he was nothing but a goddamn soulless clone, I'm like, "Well, you gotta die now," And he didn't die the way I wanted him to.
And
I
I'm
want
so,
on in a gunfight and blowing his fucking head off.
Yeah.
I say this with a lot of love, but nobody wanted to see Boba as a derpy kid.
But I mean, at least Boba had a better death than Phasma.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did actually.
Yeah.
You know,
He got swallowed by
He got
the desert's clitoris.
he got clumsily hit by Han on his backside. Boba Fett, where?
where? It's like, dude, come on, man.
I was gonna say in
I
that
always-
scene in Empire, what the hell does Bosk say to Admiral Piet when he says, "Bounty hunters, we don't need their scum," and then Boss leans down and he's like, "Bleh, bleh, bleh."
I guess he told them, "Fuck you." He must have
And
told them.
Piet's like,
or I
He's
took
like-
my shoes off, or no, that's a Robot Chicken joke. Never mind.
Piet's like, man, I don't know what you said to me, but the moment the Dark Lord of the Sith is out, I'm gonna come after you.
yeah.
I don't care what the fuck you said to me. Piet, to me, I've got his figure. I do, right?
Yeah.
He defines, I think, Erwin Rommel. You don't really hate him. He's an admirable character. And
I looked at him as somebody just doing his job.
yeah,
Even at the end.
That's what Erwin Rommel was. Whether he was part of the conspiracy to kill Hitler, knew about it, wasn't part of it, or didn't even know anything about it, that's not the point. He was a very honorable man who didn't have anything to do with the bullshit. That's Piet. And it's like, I could probably have a cup of coffee with you. Not a glass of wine, a cup of coffee. All right.
Yeah.
There's a definitive.
Something
point.
that blew my mind from Empire as a kid, though, IG-88.
Oh yeah.
He was.
When I first saw him on the panel, I was like, "What kind of fucking robot?"
Does everybody know IG-88 was made out of part of the cantina, the bar stuff behind the cantina?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, his head came from one of the objects behind the cantina on Tatooine.
No wonder he looks so fucking familiar. Yeah. Oh yeah.
He looked like a floating lamp.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
He looked
kind of like a
flute,
lava lamp.
or like a space flute. Belonging to one of them fucking.
But like, he was. It would have been cool to see him in action.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw how bad the motherfucker was in the Mandalorian.
Yeah,
That motherfucker was like,
IG.
I was like, what the fuck? This guy's
That
just.
was what, IG-70 something.
IG-11.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And but he was built. They were assassin droids, and they were built for a reason.
Yeah.
And whoever actually was running IG-88 is the bounty hunter.
Mhm.
If you think about it, the whole thing, and people were claiming there are no new aliens. There's no Cantina seat. You had one. Vader had all the bounty hunters on the Executor. What do you want?
Yeah.
This is what the galaxy is about. And he reached down to the scum of the earth.
I like how Robot Chicken made who's the guy, the bounty hunter with the half wrapped face, Dash Rendar? Is that his name?
Dash Rendar, yeah.
Yeah.
They made him the jerk that nobody wanted to hang out with.
Yeah. Now, something I would love to see in movie form would be if we go to, the EU and see how Jedi and Sith react around like black holes.
Yeah.
It fucks them up. I mean, it just fucks them up. Their whole sense of force abilities and everything. It fucks everything up.
I got the books. They're the first books for the Jedi Academy.
Mm-hmm.
With the Kip-Duran. It's not Kip-Duran. Yeah, it's Kip-Duran.
Kip-Duran.
Yeah, and I'm just like glancing through them. I haven't started reading them yet. And I've read them years ago, and I can't remember a lot. But I'm going to tell you something. The Maw, the Kessel Run Maw, is very well descripted in those. And it's very
They tried to copy the Maw in Solo. They did a horrible job. But
yeah.
I didn't see it.
I was gonna say the Mandalorian, since we mentioned it. I was in A New Hope. If I can go back to that for a second, I was all over that Sandcrawler. As y'all may remember, I still want one of those today.
I do too.
The Sandcrawler toy.
I do too, and
They were
never
huge.
had one.
Watching that thing haul ass in the Mandalorian and just getting all over it and eventually getting knocked off of it, I'd laugh my ass off. Like a little kid through that whole sequence.
Yeah.
I just may fabricate one, bro. That shit looks. It's easy. It's an easy build. It's just.
Dude, I'm proud.
It's tank treads.
The Robot Chicken episode of the 2 Sandcrawlers.
Oh, Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Luke and Obi-Wan are behind the wheel of one, and they're like jumping them.
I've got the Hallmark Christmas ornament of that.
Wow.
Sandcrawler.
And yeah.
What's interesting is is the Mandalorian. You'll see a human like Din standing in front of it, and you realize just how not as big a vehicle as you thought they were. They're big, but they're not like
Not yeah.
you think they're like 10 stories tall, but they're more like 3.
Yeah.
I will say this much to anybody out there that's watching. The one thing I want more than anything else, and if you see it, grab it for me. I want all the capital ships. I have never seen a capital ship on sale. And I'm not talking Empire ships. I'm talking Rebel capital ships.
Yeah.
You don't see those much, like the MC-80 Calamari cruiser.
Yeah.
You can get model kits, but they're hard to find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Man,
never
just take
seen
a picture of
hammerhead.
it, bro. I'm gonna take a picture of something. I'm gonna try to fabricate something because I already have the Millennium Falcon. It's just I have to make all these little intricate pieces for this shit, and that's what kills me. Building the build, the shape itself is nothing. It's just going in the detail. That's what kills me. You know, I've been building
If
that
you do
shit for
a
a year
good
now.
level one, Jay, I'll hit you up with a Falcon.
Huh?
Not too big.
Mm.
I want a Falcon. I want something I could display.
Mm.
You know, actually, have you guys seen? There's a lamp that is the moon. Have you seen that? It's just a lamp, and it's literally.
Yeah, it looks like the goddamn moon. It's beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit is nice.
What I want to do is put it in my office. Get this fan out of here. Set it in my office, and then put a tiny Star Destroyer, or 3 or 4 of them, in one spot. The Falcon and a few X-wings in the other spot.
Yeah, that'll look badass.
And then when you're looking at it when it's dark, and if they're
I
lit,
love this stuff. This is my limited edition Star Destroyer Bluetooth speaker.
That's a fucking speaker.
Yep.
all right, that's not the Executor.
No, that looks like a first order Star Destroyer, but
That is badass.
Yeah.
That is badass. That shit is loud.
Yeah. Very
Lieutenant, we're trying to go light speed. Turn off the cruise music, please.
I love that thing though. And there's the Millennium Falcon of the same thing too.
Oh, trust me, I'd have that in a heartbeat.
The ship I
yeah.
don't want, Snoke's Supremacy.
Yeah.
I would rather,
My
if I
baby.
got that, I'd actually get some Tannerite and then put it at about 300 yards away and then fire my 308 and watch it blow up.
John, where's your saber, John?
Around here somewhere. There's so much stuff, and dude, I've about reached my pinnacle of collecting because, like I told Maze, you know, I got Broadside, right? Lieutenant Former, right? And he
There
told
it
me-
is. There it is. Wait, Steph. Hold on. I'll give
Is
you
that
a
the DL-44?
Show us.
Nice. I'll be right back. I'm taking a break.
I love this thing.
That shit is awesome.
If you ever had to pick up a real broomstick, they're heavy as fuck. They're real.
I gotta light my cigarette, guys.
Rasclot,
love
wasn't that the guy that played
I
Apollo
just lit my
3?
cigarette.
Your blunt on that.
It's
Okay.
a cigarette. It's a cigarette. Just
Cigarette,
kidding.
Okay.
That was a good trick, though, right? It looked real, right? Right, Steph? That
Why
shit
are
looked
all
real.
your pants on fire? Dude, I know you.
That was awesome, though, right? That was a cool trick, right? That shit was badass, though. It looked
Yeah.
like I actually lit the fucking cigarette.
If I can get
lightsaber.
if I can get really nerdy on you, some people have postulated that the lightsaber blade is actually ice cold. It's just
Okay.
it's ice cold plasma. I don't know how that works, but
Okay, yeah, because then that would cut through someone's hand, arm, torso, head.
I don't think that's what they mean by it. I think they mean like if you get your hand really close to the blade but don't touch it, you don't feel any heat because of the magnetic field around it. John could probably explain this.
Yeah.
Okay, wherever John is,
He's in the crapper.
John's in the John.
All right. Well, it's pretty cool. It's
That is
something.
a badass. I love that pistol, man. That shit is badass.
And it doesn't have some stupid orange tip on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not a right-handed shooter. I'm a left-handed shooter.
Hmm.
So, I guess it'd be okay if I did that. No, I'm a lefty. I right-handed, but I shoot left-handed.
Hmm.
The
Right.
side is the one that I use.
Rasclot, the dude that plays Moff Gideon is the guy from Breaking Bad that gets half his face blown off. I keep wanting, every time I've seen him in Mandalorian, I keep wanting to say, "Enjoy your chicken, sir."
Yep. Oh yeah. Peace to
I-
Ross Clark. No doubt,
I
brother.
watched that,
And
and I gotta say something about all this. All right, I
Black
watched
and
the
Brown
last
Boxing. Peace, brother.
four episodes of Clone Wars in succession. Tomorrow, I am desubbing from Disney yet again.
Yeah, we'll come back on Mandalorian season.
No, I'm not gonna probably do that until it's over. And then I'll just watch the last 2 episodes and say fuck that shit.
Hmm.
And I'm not happy. I wasn't happy with what I saw. Where's Padme? It only got exciting when Anakin was around. And I was
Oh,
laughing my ass off, by the way, when Anakin shows up going, "We're surrendering." I'm going to say something about this.
You put Padme in anything and it gets hot.
No. Listen, there's something about authentic masculinity. And Dave Filoni has it with Anakin. The moment Anakin shows up, you're suddenly, as a woman, I'm drawn to it. And I'm watching it. And he was so freaking awesome. Even Obi-Wan, who I don't really throw in that category, was in that category. And then it's gone. Episode 4, 3, whatever it was, all of a sudden you don't get to see Anakin anymore.
Mm.
And then you get drawn into Ahsoka, and it's like, oh god.
Well, out of the whole sequel trilogy, there's only one thing that I want out of the entire sequel trilogy that Disney's put out. If FX lightsabers would make the double-bladed lightsaber that Dark Ray had, I
Yeah.
would buy it in a heartbeat.
the Nutcracker saber,
Yeah,
Switchblade saber.
I gotta say, I liked it.
Darksaber is pretty.
Well, what's sad is we saw that Disney can do it. Look at the sets, that for Escagol, look at Dark Ray. They've got the capability to actually make good Star Wars.
Right.
We got to get KK out of there, man. I think she's out the door and she's doing everything in her power to just destroy everything before she leaves.
Yeah, she is. It's burnt after she leaves. Oh God.
That bitch needs to get hit by a truck. I'm sorry.
Well, that would be nice.
I'm
when-
sorry, man.
When it came out that they were talking, quote unquote, to this ugly lesbian fat pig, Leslie Headland. Yes, I said that. I'm politically incorrect. You don't like it? Kiss my ass.
That's right.
She's a
Hey,
fat
you know what?
fucking pig.
Yeah,
You also
fucking
said
PC
that Disney's the McDonald's of filmmaking, and I like that.
They are. And so
Oh, shit.
KK's talking to this woman, and I'm gonna say this. It wasn't even Lucasfilm who ran to Variety. It was that bitch's why does she have PR? PR people who ran. This bitch was Harvey Weinstein's
personal assistant.
Cover girl.
Yeah.
Oh, she was his
She was-
nutsack cleaner.
She was his personal assistant for a year. She worked for Miramax for 6
Ah.
years. And if you look at oh god, this her everything that she ever said about him, he's daddy. You always come home to daddy. Blah blah blah. This ugly, disgusting, probably virgin, lesbian who's never been with a man, going on about Harvey Weinstein being daddy, and now suddenly she's on his red list because he thought she was talking to the press, and now suddenly she's at Disney, and then you look at it and go, hey, here's something. Bob Iger and Michael Eisner, by the way, are being sued by some has-been actress who was probably promised roles by Harvey so he could fuck her, and she got pissed off, so she's suing everybody.
Yep.
They're part of that, right? Okay, here's the deal. It's not Eisner or Iger who are in trouble. It's Disney.
Yep.
It's Disney. And it's damn it.
It's
And
all
this just makes me go, oh, fuck, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, I mean, no, she doesn't. So what I think they're doing, and this is just me, and John can, whatever, he can say what he wants, but I'm like, they acknowledged that this happened, like as low as you could get on that PR thing for Taika Waititi or whatever the fuck his name is, and I don't think it's going to happen. She's in the same place that Ruin Johnson is.
Well, my theory on this, I don't think the show's ever going to see the light of day.
It's not.
Especially with the coronavirus stuff out there, right?
right.
Disney can turn around and say right now, we ran out of money, so we got to axe this.
Mhm.
You know,
And they will do that.
yeah.
They will do that. They're all right, John. You know more about this than I do. They're in a bad financial spot.
Yeah.
They're what, $59 billion in debt just buying Fox? Maybe it's more now.
Well, technically, every day they are closed, they're losing $58 to $70 million a day having the theme parks closed.
Jeez, man.
I thought it was 20 to 30. Holy
No.
shit.
$58 to $70 million a day they are losing by having the theme parks closed, because the figures that you've heard was just Disneyland and Disney World, but you have to factor the cruises, Tokyo, and Paris into there, and it all comes out to $58 to $70 million a day.
Damn.
My God.
Damn.
And, okay. And I assume Iger came back as CEO to try to save him from bankruptcy.
Bankruptcy after
Now,
all.
tomorrow's going to be interesting. Tomorrow is the stockholders meeting.
Oh boy.
Do you have the number?
No, I don't. I don't have the number for this one, and I don't even know where this one's being held. But tomorrow, I would love to be a bug on the wall during that meeting tomorrow.
That's why I asked you, because I want to listen.
I do too.
If you guys ever watch Clownfish TV or go to their websites, Princess whatever, go to Clownfish TV on YouTube. They are stockholders. They follow this stuff. And when you look at what they're talking about, they're saying Disney's going to sell everything.
I hope they sell Star Wars back to Lucas, baby. That would be awesome.
That's exactly what they're saying.
Well, I don't think George himself would buy Star Wars again. I think he would put it in like Universal Paramount's hands, but then take a stake of it.
Yeah, he would come in and be the shepherd of it.
Yeah,
which is what it needed.
But I think he'll buy it back and just put it in the vault. That's what I think. I think he'll disown the Disney part of it, you know, and just leave it to where where he left it, which are the originals and the prequels, and that's it. And everything else can just go to hell and put that shit in the vault. That's it. We can forget about the mistake that Disney tried. If this happens, we can actually say it's not actually Star Wars. That's Disney Star Wars, literally. And they tried and they failed.
I would. That's
That would be
interesting.
hilarious.
Yeah.
It would be great. I mean, it would be. Fuck you. This is done. This is not.
Yeah, you tried, you failed. That's
But you know what?
why you failed.
And
Is
could you imagine though if they did sell Star Wars and they're still sitting on Galaxy's Edge?
yeah. What are they gonna do with it? And there's
Guardians of the
Paramount,
Galaxy Land.
Paramount, Universal, and they come out with an actual sequel trilogy if they wanted to, and they do an actual Star Wars land with Tatooine and everything.
The motherfuckers are so backed up that if that was to happen, they'd probably try to stick Universal characters like Spider-Man and the Hulk and the fucking Millennium Falcon.
They would actually. That would actually happen.
Could you imagine though if Universal bought Star Wars, they would do a Star Wars land correctly.
Yep.
They would make an entire theme park.
Yep.
That would be Star Wars, not one
Yeah.
little section, but an entire theme park.
And you could come in dressed up like a Jedi or
Yep.
a smuggler or a Sith or a stormtrooper, whatever the fuck you wanted, and no one would care.
Exactly.
And it would be awesome. It would be, it would, I can't believe this is me going, you actually listened to Kathleen Kennedy. After 2 years of planning Galaxy's Edge, you listen to that bitch. Fucking listen to that bitch.
She's disgusting, man.
As a woman, if she came to me and said, I want this, I'd be like, stand in line. I'll get to you. Okay. I've got other things I need to do. She is an idiot.
She's an asshole.
She is.
She's an asshole. She's an asshole.
She's an asshole. She's a moron. She's retarded. She's emotionally disturbed.
Well, I'll
She's
tell
an
you this
asshole.
much.
She's an
Anytime
asshole.
you see an interview now with Kathleen Kennedy sitting at a desk, right? Dude, right below that desk, Henderson is going to be right down there just
I'm telling you, she needs to get hit by a cybernetic cock, son.
That's all that she wants.
Yep.
I mean, here's something that I brought up in a video. Does she have any Me Too things in her life? Because here's the deal. My friend Lee Scott, he told me several of the girlfriends that he dated, that were actresses, would come back to him crying, saying, I can't get the part unless I sleep with the producer, man or woman. Okay?
What?
And when you look at how Kathleen Kennedy and her husband are, she's not online. He is. He says stuff. She doesn't say anything. Do they have an open marriage? Maze, you did this to me, by the way. He is the one that brought this up. And I'm like going, he has a point.
They probably are into that shit.
And,
I wouldn't be surprised. I'll put it that way.
with Hollywood the way it is, it's not surprising. Look at the pictures you see of her all the time. She's surrounded by women.
All the time. She's a rug muncher on the low. Definitely.
It's like
Not wrong with it, but that's basically what she is.
Well,
Yeah,
when you
that's
think
what she's
about
doing.
the fact that Roundhead was her golden boy, ugh.
Yeah.
Well,
He probably put his eminent shaped head up in her shit.
she
Yeah.
doesn't care. She swings both ways. She doesn't give a shit.
It's disgusting, that chick.
Well, disgusting bitch.
Oh, definitely.
And when I look at it, when I look at the long lens of history, where she came in to the lives of the people that we care about, John Milius, Red Dawn,
Huh? Hold on, I'm pulling something up. And not that. Let me remove that one. The screen share that I'm looking for is.
All right, you
This
do
is
that.
what we should get for KK and send it to her.
Oh, Lord.
I'll do it.
Oh my Christ.
Oh, shit. You got the Darth. She's right here in the middle, right here. That's the Death Star fucking gag
Is that
ball.
that's a Death Star ball gag?
Yeah.
Gag ball. Then you got the Darth Vader vibrator. Notice how it rhymes. Darth Vader vibrator. Then you got the lightsaber vibrators over here. Oh wow. She shall feel the force.
Yeah. One of them is
Jeez,
Luke's
Luigi.
hilt from Return of the Jedi. The other one is Vader's.
Yep.
Yep.
So I would, no, but you think about who she worked with: Milius, Spielberg, Lucas, Clint Eastwood, by the way, and her husband. And the only time she was successful, if it was their thing. The moment was hers. She failed like a stone. She's not talented.
She's not. All she did was just budget big budget films and budgeted well. That's all the fuck she did. She's a glorified fucking secretary, for Christ's sake. And now fucking George Lucas fucking looked at her. George, it's your fault too, man. And if they sell it, bro, if they sell it, you need to buy it back, bro. It's your.
Well, see,
You
the
looked at this.
problem
You
with
look,
George,
he looked at this cunt.
because of Spielberg.
I'm saying he exactly, and that's fucked up because he looked at this cunt like she was actually gonna fucking do that. Dude, if Spielberg still kept himself in the business and said, "I'm not passing any of my shit to this bitch," what the fuck made you do it? I mean,
False pretenses and probably saying what he wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
We heard some
if
of
you
it.
look at the look on her face, and here's the deal. When she's talking to George in that interview, where are we going to protect these characters? She's looking off into the distance. She's not looking at George. She's not looking at the interviewer. She's looking away. We should have known then. This is what you look at if you're a law enforcement officer, if someone's lying. She's looking everywhere but where she should be looking, right?
right.
But the thing that bothers me so much is, unlike me, she's resentful of everybody who got her to where she is.
Right.
We're gonna make sure these characters live. First thing, kill off Han Solo.
Yeah. And make him look like an asshole, a douchebag when you're doing it.
Well,
and what is she?
I did find out information about why a lot of stuff was changed though, because why we had new ships that were altered and why there's a new dish on the Millennium Falcon, etc. And what it boils down to, it's not what you think. It boils down to bad robot.
Bad robot.
That's JJ's production company.
JJ's production company had 20% stake in all merchandise that was sold from the prequel, from the sequels. So he was doing everything in his power to make sure that merchandise would sell, so they'd have that money for Bad Robot. He tried doing the same thing for CBS and obtaining all the rights to Star Trek, and they laughed in his face.
Star Trek's not really it's never really had much of a merchandising niche. I mean, there are dorks out there like me that build the models, but they're nowhere near like Star Wars is. But that said, that not a lot of merchandise is sold from these movies either. So
Hasbro in their latest iteration hasn't made any sequel trilogy stuff at all.
Nope.
They haven't.
No, they stopped.
And-
that shit.
And
Yeah.
you know how
Yeah.
George Lucas talks about innovation from movie to movie, right? And we go from pretty quick, like Y-wings, right? Which they're slow bombers,
Mhm.
to bombers that crawl, like, you know, in The Last Jedi, that you can breathe once you open the escape hatch, you know, to release the bombs.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you, they look like fucking door handles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
And-
ridiculous.
and
man.
it's you know, it's there's no thinking about anything. They just throw shit out there.
Oh, I guarantee you, I can imagine Lucas looking at a storyboard of like concept art for The Last Jedi and looking straight at the ones that made it into the movie, and he's like, "What is this crap? Throw it out."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
throw it out. This is wrong. No, I don't like it. You know, that's just this is my problem.
And there's
You know
gravity
what?
in space. Lucas would
Yeah.
have shit a brick.
Yeah. Like, my problem is this. Bob Iger goes to buy Lucasfilm. He doesn't have a fucking clue what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's buying. He has no idea what he's buying. He's buying a brand. I'm buying a brand.
Yeah.
You're not. You're buying something that means something to millions and millions of people who will go to it if you do it right. If you don't do it right, and you think suddenly all these morons will spring up as fans, and they haven't, you're an asshole. And guess who's the asshole? You are.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it just you know, you can't. Star Wars is timeless,
But
and
I am all the Sith.
Oh
Yeah.
God, don't even get me started.
when I saw that, and Ichibaka, God bless him, God, I love that guy, I really, really do. He sent me the link so I could watch it, and I skimmed it. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, what the fuck
Those-
am I watching?
Those 5 words undid Darth Bane and the Rule of 2.
Yep.
Yeah, they did. And what's funny is no one at Lucasfilm cared.
No,
No one.
not at all. They
No, Not
could care
even.
less about lore, how the Force works. They could care less about, because
They will sooner they'll sooner come up with bad excuses to defend it, like Force downloading.
yeah.
That was a bad excuse to defend Ryan Johnson's horrible
Yeah.
fucking writing.
Well,
Thank
me,
you, Pablo.
if I had seen The Rise of Skywalker in the theater, the moment I would have got up and walked out is when Rey force farted Force lightning.
Oh yeah,
I
I'd have been
mean,
like, what the fuck?
I wonder if somebody's put a fart soundbite to that scene yet.
But we have to do
Let me see if I can
Somebody has
find
to do
out.
that. I'll have Baz do it. I'll ask him, like, can you make a fart sound when she does that? He'll
And-
do it.
and then right after she Force lightnings, they fall in the pit and she Force heals. I'm sitting there like, you have made this woman God. You know, I'm like,
Yeah,
she hasn't
Yeah.
trained a lick, and she can Force heal and Force lightning. You know, I mean,
and
Force lightning just don't burn.
Look,
what's funny
You-
about
Link in the chat if you want to share it.
you see the way I'm sitting? This is the way I was watching that shit.
Yeah.
Just like
I
this.
was
I was
like-
like boring.
this was me. All right, I saw that. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, bye. Fuck you all.
Uh-huh.
There's
Yeah.
me. I ran through it in about 10 minutes. And the kiss was so fucking stupid. It was like, could you see anything more forced? And you know as well as I do, that was a reshoot. That was not in the movie. It wasn't supposed to be in the movie. And they did that to kiss, suck start the libidos of the fucking Raylos.
John, are you watching that link?
Yes.
What thing? You guys are laughing at something. I'm on my phone.
What the fuck?
Make sure your audio's up if you click it.
Yeah.
I can hear
It's
it.
up. Holy shit. That's hilarious.
See,
It's
I knew
just
I wasn't going to be the only one who thought that way when I first saw that scene.
I mean,
Wah.
how can anybody?
Everybody go check out what Mace put in the link. This is fucking hilarious. Holy shit. Oh my god, that shit is fucking hilarious.
May send that to me. And I couldn't see it.
Okay.
I'm not.
That's
I'm not-
exactly what you have to do with these recent Star Wars bullshits. You gotta be
They
fun
can't.
like that.
I gotta ask you a question. In this day and age, when China looks like it's going to be closed off, why would you care about what you put up there?
Right.
Just make good movies.
Well, you know, we've had a little bit of good coming out of the sequels here because we got masterpieces like My Stick.
What the fuck?
Dude,
Huh?
my stick is better than bacon.
God.
Oh shit, man! What the fuck, man? Hey, listen. All I know is this: the Star Wars we grew up watching, I will always treasure it. That is Star Wars to me. The new Star Wars, I just
Yeah.
see it as a huge, big, failed attempt by a huge corporation. They fucked up. They don't know what they're doing. They never will, and that's just the end of it. And I just hope that if it does auction off or whatever the fuck they want to do with it, I hope that George Lucas, gains position again. And if he's going to let it go to someone who's worthy, and this time do a thorough, fuck,
Me.
exactly. And if he's not gonna let it go, I'd rather him put it in a vault somewhere. Fuck it,
Yep.
put him
Yeah.
away.
Yeah. You're right.
Just put him
Well,
away.
I'll say this much. Guys, anyone watching the video, once these damn theme parks open up, I'm going to tell you right now,
I'm gonna piss at all the rides.
so you don't want to go to Disney World because I'm telling you right now, if you are a non-Florida resident, you are going to be paying over $200 just to walk into the park. And that is non-park hopper. That is for one park for one day, over $200 just to walk in the gates for one
Jeez.
day.
That.
Well, when they have to sell Lucasfilm and rebrand the park, maybe they can rename the cantina the COVID-19 shithole or something.
Yeah.
Well, Disney has
CC
also
the
raised
CC
their
box.
food prices by 15%. So you are paying like $9.45 for a damn pretzel.
That's crazy.
For a pretzel.
The COVID cantina.
If you want
I'm waving around a plastic gun rabbit, by the way.
if you want a green or a blue milk from Galaxy's Edge,
I heard that shit $15. 12. I was close. I was off $3. God damn it.
$12 for the non-alcoholic and $16 for the alcoholic.
Get the fuck out
I
of
don't
here!
want
I would
that.
bring my own little fucking shot. Them little fucking bottles and stuff, and just put that
Yeah.
shit in my drink in the bathroom or something.
Yeah.
Jordans.
I wonder how much those ridiculous little like balls of Coca-Cola sell for. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
They're shaped. They're supposed to be shaped like thermal detonators.
Yeah.
Dude, I hear the fucking to make your lightsaber is like $300, $200.
It's $200 and they're crap, man.
It's just a fucking metal fucking PVC pipe, son.
40%
looks-
of them stop working before you even get them out of the park.
It looks
And
like that
the
cheap
crystal-
porous metal crap that breaks really easy.
Yeah.
Like it's real brittle.
And the crystal that you ask for, you don't get.
Right.
You can
Right.
ask them for the black one, and they'll give you anything but that.
Can I have the purple one like Mace Windu? Sure you can. What did you say? Piss yellow? Here you go.
Yeah. Can I have the magenta one that Jaina Solo? She's that cannon.
Yeah, right.
Fuck you. Okay. You know, I just it. God, the things that were missed. I'm sorry. They could be making so much money on some of the stuff.
Yep.
Can you imagine the Jaina Solo, Jason Solo figures, the lightsabers, the just I mean,
You know
here we
what's
go.
the, you know
You
what's
know
the
what?
cash cow now?
Skywalker.
You know what's their cash cow now? The Baby Yoda.
Probably. And
And
they
both
didn't
sides-
even capitalize on it when it was when the iron was hot. I was gonna say I'd love to just bump into that Kylo Ren impersonator wherever I went in Galaxy's Edge. That way, everything he said to me, I would just say the same praise back to him every time. I'd pause and I'd say, "Don't shit yourself."
I you know what? I just look at him and say, "You're a piece of shit. Your father was a hero and a great man. You're scum of the earth. Go kill yourself."
Hell
And
yeah.
that's what I say. Follow your goddamn lightsaber, you piece of shit. You know, and in front of all the goddamn Reylos.
Sit on your hilt and ignite it, you bastard.
And if you can't do it, I'll hold the hilt of your lightsaber. And you can fall on it, so I can say I did it. You know? And
Turn
I'll be
into a
proud. I'd be
fucking.
like, "Billy, you know, God, you know what a piece of shit character."
Make him a Kylo kebab.
Well, you know what I liked. My favorite thing is shove his lightsaber up his ass and turn him into a glow in the dark popsicle.
Hell yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, I can't stand any of them characters, man. All those new characters could go to hell. I don't even know half their names, and if I do, they sound ridiculous regardless.
Suddenly, the
Yeah.
lightsaber comes on in his mouth, and his face goes blank like Snoke's did.
Oh yeah. Like, all right, like first of all, the name that alone means right. Like, what the fuck is a Snoke? Right?
I made Snoke. That's the explanation.
You know, and then you got fucking Tico Rose. That's her name, Rose Tico. What the fuck is that, Rose Tico? What is a Rose Tico? What is a Finn?
Dude,
What the fuck?
the worst line in
It's a
Star Wars now. Okay,
Delicacy in Japan and ramen noodles, as far as I know.
the
Shark
worst
fin
line
soup.
in Star Wars.
Finn
usually
flavor.
Rose told, Finn after she ran into him. But I think the worst line in Star Wars now is somehow Palpatine has returned.
Right? Somehow.
Yeah.
Somehow. What did
And
piss
you know
on-
the irony is the guy that said that, the dude with the beard,
Mhm.
that's fucking oh my god, Pippin from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
That's one of the goddamn hobbits.
it's tragic, man.
That's oh God, I worked out with him. He used to go to the same gym I did when he was doing Lost in Hawaii. It was like there's a habit working out next to me. Dominic Monaghan.
If this shit froze on
That's his
Steph. Okay, there we go.
Dominic Monaghan.
Hmm.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
froze.
Yeah, you're slowing
crazy.
down though.
Hello.
You look crazy.
Hello.
right now. There you go. Now there you go. Wait. You
Yes.
froze again.
Maybe get up and walk around.
No.
Your phone might have a. Oh shit.
well, I'm about to end the stream, man. Once John comes back, but I'm just saying, guys, man. Go watch your Star Wars 1 through 6 today if you can, man. I mean, me personally, I have taken a vacation from Star Wars. I haven't even been building any dioramas for Star Wars, but I will be back with Star Wars possibly a week from now, starting to build and fabricate my own shit. And,
We'll come back to it. We love the originals too much.
Yeah, and the new ones can always go suck badger dick. The things make no sense anymore, bro. Listen, like I said, these fucking characters make no sense, bro. The stories make no fucking sense. It's just retarded, man. None of this shit makes sense. None of it makes
Well,
sense.
Now that I've had a couple of months to look back, Rise of Skywalker, that's just it's one bad what's the word, fan service moment after another, just clumsily woven together. There's no cohesive story at all. If you
And
think
it
there
wasn't-
is, then you need to read real literature.
Yeah, the problem is, the storyboard, they should be smarter than us. They should know lore better than we do. If you're going to write a story, they should know Star Wars better than all
And
of
you
us.
know, I was half expecting in 2012 with a company with the kind of money Disney has to be able to at least hire the people that could do that. If
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you
Well,
something right now.
Pablo, he knows everything.
yeah,
Before I close, I'm gonna say this. I don't give a shit about Star Wars anymore. I don't care who's writing them anymore. If it's not George Lucas, you can go fuck yourself. And from now on, when you guys tell me Star Wars, there's gonna be a new one, the scripts will always look like this to me from now on.
Yep.
Okay? They'll always look like an asshole to me. Okay? The scripts will always look that way to me. All right?
Well, that's
Just one
what,
pulsating asshole. That's exactly what it looks like to me. Star Wars will never be the same. Matter of fact, it's not even fucking Star Wars. It was an attempt.
they call it Starfish now.
Yeah.
Correct.
and you're right, because even when if they hire Taika Waititi, is that his name? I can't even pronounce it. And the chick that helped write 1917, she's good
She's
scriptwriter.
good.
Deborah Chow.
She's good. Yeah, she's good. I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
If you can't fucking do something about
I-
insubordinate, and Kathleen Kennedy is insubordinate. If what happened, the way that this happened with Leslie Headland happened, she is insubordinate.
Yep.
This is
bit-
the
that
last thing I'm going to say about it. The only thing I had my hopes pinned on was The Mandalorian, and I've got a bad feeling about them inserting Ahsoka into season 2. She does not belong there.
She doesn't. She doesn't.
That's
She's
totally
dead.
a fucking Filoni move.
Yeah.
She's dead. She
No.
should be dead.
No, she would be alive.
She survived the Battle of Endor, but she just doesn't belong in this story. She doesn't have a part in it. She doesn't have a place in it.
She survived Order 66.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
did.
Okay.
She
I don't
fought.
like-
She survived the Battle of Endor. I can't remember how far forward in time they went at the end of Rebels, but it showed her and Sabine leaving to go find Ezra
Yeah. It was
in the
like
Outer Rim.
later or something like that. So
Yeah, it was after Return of the Jedi.
yeah.
Crazy guys.
After, all right, her and Sabine should be put to sleep. Ezra should be put to sleep. Ahsoka should have been killed by Vader in Order 66. I don't give a shit about any of that.
So should Kanan and Ezra.
Yeah. I said Ezra. Ezra should be put to sleep.
The only Jedi that I like post prequels that are from that Fallen Order game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, I finally figured out how to get to the second sister, down in the tubes. That was the hardest damn fight I've had.
He's enjoying that game, huh?
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm loving the game. It's
I
it's
can't-
about
I
the
can't-
only good thing that Disney has done so far.
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
know?
I can't even, to be honest, after watching Disney, I actually got back on and I resubbed to Disney Plus to see what people were talking about on Clone Wars, and after looking at Mandalorian, long lens, I don't give a shit. This is garbage. George needs to be back, or somebody that gives a shit the way he gave a shit needs to be back, guiding this, because it's crap.
Yep.
It's
Big
crap.
time. Big
Even
time.
Mandalorian, which we were all real excited about, is crap because they're just leading into shit.
It was good. Was good. That's the key. Was good.
They should hire me to be a Force ghost in it.
I think they should. Ronald Reagan going, I don't think he should be doing that. You know, it would. They're just they don't. They're not Star Wars fans.
Nope.
They're busy
And
scumbags.
Well, Jay, I'm about to head off, man.
Yeah,
Same.
definitely, guys, man. Well, this is the end of it, man. I'd like to let you guys know that Star Wars will always forever live in our hearts and souls. And of course, man, thank you to Steph, of course, Maze, my man John, the Star Wars dad, and of course, peace to Craig, man. We miss you. See you soon. Happy May 4th. May the force be with you guys forever. And of course, man, grab your lightsabers and before the night's end, grab yourself some Star Wars movies. Otherwise than that, God bless, stay vigilant. Love you guys. Peace, man.
Y'all have a good night.